Holy mother of God, I think Tencent Games is taking over the gaming and esports industry. What's up, people? My name is Jake. Welcome back to more esports talk, and I know what I just said, it was a bit fast, guys. Tencent continue to make marks in gaming and esports. If you guys have been around, we've talked about them quite a bit on the podcast, not so much here on the main channel. A latest announcement, guys, actually brought to us by Reciprocity and LGD Gaming. Of all organizations out there to partner up, this is one that was not expected, and they're actually partnering for a Chinese franchise league for the game known as CrossFire. Now, before you guys click away, if you're not interested, if you've somehow not heard about this game, well, I was in the same board with you as about a week back, and well, CrossFire is going to compete not only with FPS titles around the entire world, but with games around the entire world, actually partially owned by Tencent, operated by them as well. And if you know that's the case, well, then if you know about Tencent, you know it's probably going to be done very well. And so far, ever since 2013 and stretching back since the game's release, they have done very, very well. Actually, first reported in 2013, even back farther than then, though, as one of the most profitable games out there in the FPS genre and games of all time. Back in 2013, the most profitable game out there. And just back last year, guys, 2018, they were a top 5 most profitable game, and that was actually around the same time that Fortnite took off as well, profiting apparently over $1.5 billion. Yes, CrossFire, a game I never heard about until about a week back, guys. They are competing with titles like League of Legends, CSGO, Fortnite, some of the top games out there in gaming. They're partially ran by Tencent, and alongside that, guys, even further announcements, they plan on expanding to a Chinese franchise league. Obviously, Reciprocity and LGD will be a part of that, two widely known organizations, especially that of LGD in the Korean and Asian regions, and they're going to keep on going, and this is actually kind of scaring me, because this game is also boasting numbers I had never heard about since League of Legends. That's actually a rightful comparison. League of Legends is widely known as the most played video game in the entire history of the industry, actually boasting back during their 10-year anniversary, 8 million concurrent players around the entire world. Crossfire has the same number, 650 million players across the entire world, 8 million concurrent around that number as well, for the same game that a lot of us, I hope not just me, guys, have not heard about. 650 million players making $1.5 billion per year. Yes, it's a free-to-play game and one of the most grossy ones of all time. Alongside that, they'll continue to grow because they're backed by Tencent. They have the money and the power to keep on pushing this with their franchise league, and also announced at E3 back earlier this year as well, they will be going to console, that being Xbox first, with Crossfire X. This is terrifying, especially for a game that looks very similar to that of Counter-Strike, but let's not be worried too much as of right now. Well, we've heard about this game so far as well. Yes, it's widely played, but it's also widely known to be a slightly pay-to-win game, actually offering people the opportunity in-game to pay for better weapons and equipment. So, you know, with that being said, though, obviously not deterring too many people out there with 650 million players, 8 million concurrent every single day, but yes, it actually has a slightly pay-to-win model, but it's still this successful. How scary is that? It's just very cool to see and now become aware of this. Of course, this franchise league will apparently start in 2020, maybe a bit later as well, but still sometime very soon. That should only expand the brand itself and the game itself for this Crossfire game, and whether or not they'll keep this model going of pay to win. Either way, though, they actually do operate in dozens of countries out there, North America apparently being one of them, but certainly a more popular game towards the Asian and Korean regions currently. But with Tencent behind it, you never know if this is going to take off across the entire world and start to compete with that of games like CSGO, which dominate the European, North American, and Brazilian regions when it comes to FPS titles. So am I worried about it overtaking CSGO? Not really. It's a king of its time, but it actually does open the picture of what if CSGO really could expand to those regions, and vice versa. What if Crossfire could take over our regions right now? It certainly seems to be the Counter-Strike of the Asian scene out there, but somehow surviving off a heavy pay-to-win model. It's just super cool to see it. A team like Reciprocity, kind of well known across the FPS scene, PUBG, Rainbow Six, I believe other teams as well. They actually just kind of left Call of Duty because of their franchise model. A very cool partnership to team up with LGD, widely known in the Asian scene as well, to actually join this Chinese franchise league, which we have not heard about much to date, but certainly if it's going to be backed by Tencent, I'll be breaking down future details for all of you. I do not think a pay-to-win model can succeed outside of the Asian and Korean scene, but heck, it maybe we'll make a stab at it with this Chinese franchise league, and the franchise league for games out there does continue, with now right around 4, the most well-knowns, of course, being Call of Duty's newest one, Overwatch League, League of Legends, and now Crossfire to join that list, and they are repping some crazy numbers out there. As always, I hope you guys all enjoy the breakdown of esports and gaming news here all day long. I'll see you guys back here sometime soon with another video. Until then, take care of yourselves, you crazy gamers. All right, I'll see you soon.